Hello, everybody. Welcome back. So, in the previous examples, we have seen dictionaries with key and value pairs, storing things like strings and numbers. We saw numbers like in the example that I have for Paul Gauguin, strings like the name of the artist, city, country, year born, that's a number. Age is a number. 1903 is a number for the year died. But you should know that you can also store other data types, meaning the key can be associated with a value where the value is another data type, not necessarily a string or a number. So in this case, and very important, I'm going to make that value be an actual list, meaning a bunch of items in between. So each key is going to be associated with a list, or you can have a key associated with a list. So in this example that I'm about to run, I have I'm going to use the method update to add to my Gauguin dictionary. I'm going to add another dictionary, in this case, a dictionary that is only one pair of key and value, and the value of that pair is paintings. As you can see here is the colon, and the value, most importantly, what I'm trying to show you, the value that I'm associating that key with happens to be a list. And how do I know it's a list? Well, it's separated by square brackets. It has items inside separated by comma. So you can see that right here, there is a square bracket and there is another square bracket. And then there are items separated by commas. That's a list. All right. So I'm basically associating a list with my key value. In this case, I'm going to call it paintings, and I'm creating a list for paintings with names of some of the paintings that Gauguin did. And I'm just doing short versions of the names. The first one is Tahitian woman or women, Tahitian women, vision after a sermon, after the sermon, area, and day of the god. Those are examples of some of the paintings by this artist, right? It can be longer list or it can be other things. So let's run this command and see what happens. So I'm going to update Gauguin. So Gauguin is running the method update. It just updates it in itself. And let's see what's in it. And in it, I can see the same things that I had before: the artist's name, the city, country, year born, age, year died. And then I have a new one for paintings, a new key for paintings. And I know that that value associated with paintings, which comes after that colon, is a list that is encapsulated within square brackets. The first square bracket here and the second square bracket there. So that opens up many possibilities now, because what if I want to have a different way of organizing my dictionary? What if I want to make a dictionary that I call painters, right? And in painters, I'm going to have various keys. One will be name, another will be city, and another will be country. And name is going to be associated with a list. In this case, I'm going to make a list of various artists. I'm going to call Gauguin, Van Gogh, and Seurat. And so I'm going to put those inside a list. I know it's inside a list because you see the square brackets between Gauguin and Seurat. You see the square brackets right there. And I'm associating it. You can see the colon. I'm associating that with the key name, right? Then after that, I have a comma right there, which means that I'm going to add another item and then another item. And the items are separated by commas. So the keys that I have here are name, that's the first key, then city, that's my second key, And my third key is country. And each of those keys has a value. The value for name is this list with the names of 3 artists. The value for city is this list with names of 3 cities. One of them is repeated, but I did it like that because then I want to associate Paris with Gauguin, Sundert with Van Gogh, and Paris again with Seurat. They're both from Paris. So, but I have the same, in this case, I want to organize myself that way, that the first item in the list is associated with the first value of the next list and associated with the next value of the next list, right? You start thinking in terms of data organization, how you're going to organize yourself with your data. This is part of your data type of organization. You want to be organized. You want to be able to save your data in a nice way. So let's see what happens. Let's run this command, and basically I just created painters. And what's inside painters? There it is. Painters has a dictionary with keys, and the keys have values, and the values of those keys are lists. There's a list, right? Then there are 3 lists, 1 list, 2 lists, 3 lists. And we can do all of those operations that we did before in the previous videos, where we can pull the values, we can pull the keys, but most importantly, you are starting to think in terms of managing the information that you have, managing your data. So dictionaries is just like your first step towards a data science, I keep on saying data science because it's so important in today's industry. Everything is driven by data. So we're doing software, we're learning to use Python. Ultimately, you're going to be managing a lot of data, and that's what's the most important thing. All right, so this is the last video on the topic of dictionaries, Python dictionaries. In the next videos, we're going to expand and go into other data types and other aspects of Python. All right, for now, I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye-bye.